Removal. Back cover. Using a flathead probe, starting at the SIM card tray slot. Unsnap the back cover along the edges in a counterclock direction. Lift up to remove the back cover. Replacement. Back cover. Place the back cover in position by lining up the edges. Press along the edges until it snaps into place. Removal. SIM card tray. Using the eject pin, remove the SIM card tray from the slot. Replacement. SIM card tray. Insert the SIM card tray into the slot. Push until it clicks into place. Removal. Battery. Peel off the thermal conductive tape. Remove the single screw. Slide towards left to remove the connector bracket. Disconnect the battery cable connector. Peel off the edge slices of the disposable battery coat. Lift up to remove the battery. Peel off and remove the battery coat residue. Replacement. Battery. Replace the battery coat in position by applying its adhesive backing to the battery compartment. Place the battery into position. Secure the battery with the edge slices. Reconnect the battery cable to the system board. Replace the connector bracket into position. Replace the single screw to secure the connector bracket. Replace the thermal conductive tape. Removal. Middle cover. Remove the 7 screws that secure the middle frame to the chassis. Using a flathead probe, unsnap the middle cover along the edges. Lift up to remove the middle cover. Replacement. Middle cover. Replace the middle cover in position by lining up the edges. Press along the edges until it clicks into place. Replace the 7 screws. Removal. Front camera. Disconnect the front camera FPC. Pick the camera out of its slot. Lift up to remove it. Replacement. Front camera. Place the camera into position. Reconnect the FPC to the system board. Removal. Volume control FPC. Remove the tapes securing the volume control FPC. Release the ZIF connector to detach the cable. Release the adhesive backing of the FPC. Lift up to remove the FPC. Replacement. Volume control FPC. Place the volume control FPC in position. Press to properly apply the adhesive backing into place. Reconnect the cable and secure it with ZIF connector. Reapply the tapes to secure it. Removal. System board. Disconnect the touch control FPC. Disconnect the antenna cable. Remove the tape that's securing the power button FPC. Remove the 2 screws. Disconnect the rear camera cable from the back of the system board. Rotate the system board over. Disconnect the LVDS cable and the I0 board cable. Lift up to remove the system board. Replacement system board. Reconnect the rear camera to the back of the system board. Reconnect the LVDS cable and the I0 board cable to the back of the system board. Rotate the system board over and rest it into position. Replace the 2 screws. Replace the tape to secure the power button FPC. Reconnect the antenna cable. Reconnect the touch control FPC. Removal. Power button FPC. Release the adhesive backing of the FPC. Turn the system board over. Release the FPC from the enclosure. Disconnect the cable and lift up to remove it. Replacement. Power button FPC. Reconnect the FPC to the system board. Press to properly apply the adhesive backing to the enclosure. Removal. Rear camera. Using a flathead probe, release the adhesive backing of the rear camera. Lift up to remove it. Replacement. Rear camera. Reconnect the rear camera to the back of the system board. Removal. Earpiece speaker. Using a flathead probe, release the adhesive sponge from the earpiece speaker. Lift up to remove the speaker. Replacement. Earpiece speaker. Place the earpiece speaker in position. Press on the edges to apply the adhesive sponge into place. Removal. Loudspeaker assembly. Lift up to remove the loudspeaker assembly. Replacement. Loudspeaker assembly. Place the loudspeaker assembly into position. Removal. USB port assembly. Remove the tape that's securing the USB port assembly. Release the adhesive back of the ribbon cable. Detach the I0 board connector. Remove the 2 screws. Lift up to remove the assembly. Replacement. USB port assembly. Place the USB port assembly into position. Replace the 2 screws to secure it. Reattach the I/O board connector. Press along to properly apply the adhesive backing of the ribbon cable. Removal. Vibration motor. Pick the vibration motor out of the slot. Unsolder the cables from the I/O board. Replacement. Vibration motor. Solder the vibration motor cables to the correct poles on the I/O board. Place the motor into its slot and press to apply the adhesive backing. Removal I/O board. Remove the tape that secures the I/O board. Release the adhesive backing of the I/O board. Lift up to remove it. Replacement I/O board. Place the I/O board in position and press to apply the adhesive backing. Replace the tape to secure it. Removal antenna FPC. Release the antenna cable from the cable guide. Detach the connector to remove it. Carefully release the adhesive backing of the antenna FPC. Lift up to remove it. Replacement antenna FPC. Place the antenna FPC in position and press to apply the adhesive backing. Reattach the antenna cable to the FPC. Reroute the cable through the cable guide.